Today I messed up. I once loudly blurted out "Merry Christmas" when the judge in charge of my court case told me my sentencing date was December 23rd. My pre-sentencing date. 3 lawyers, stenographer, clerk of courts, and judge were in the room. Super quiet when no one was talking. I had been arrested with 6 ounces of marijuana and the charge carried possible prison time, with a modifier of being on or near school grounds. They had caught me at midnight, pulling up to my house, which was, admittedly, across the street from a school. I didn't sell drugs, and I certainly would have never sold drugs to, or done drugs with, someone under 18. But, the law's the law. So maximum of 8.5 years in prison. Judge says, "Mr. Technician, you'll report for your sentencing date December 23rd. To which I loudly, merrily blurted out, "Merry Christmas." It was cheeky. My heart dropped. I knew I messed up. Now, don't call me a liar, because this is absolutely true. The courtroom went dead silent, and as my gaze met the judge's, he erupted in laughter. The rest of the courtroom kind of chuckled uncomfortably, while my lawyer slowly turned to meet my eyes with a look that said, "The fuck is wrong with you?" The judge stopped laughing, and said, "All right, Mr. Technician, we'll push back that date and reschedule for January 21 RSD. Too long. Didn't read. My stupid filter shut off and I almost sent myself to prison. Edit, this was not actually today, sorry for the confusion. Today I messed up by ignoring a crawling feeling on my earlobe. This happened just now and I'm coping by crying in the fetal position. I have long hair and I sleep with the fan on, so when I felt some movement on my earlobe I chalked it up to the fan making my hair dance around to tickle my face. Not even 5 minutes later and the god-awful noises started. It was like a crunchy, clicky noise. I probably won't ever forget that noise. A bug was in my ear, and I don't like bugs crawling on me at all. First I tried shaking my head, then I got desperate and poured a fuck ton of olive oil in just to suffocate it and stop the crawling. The spiders started really freaking out in there, movement sounds intensified. That was the worst sound I've ever heard, to be honest. Here's where I messed up. I've got a hole in my eardrum. It's very small, but it's there. When water gets in it, it hurts really really bad, and my dumbass just poured olive oil in it. I think my adrenaline was going at this point because the pain held no importance over the spider. I just continued to sit there with the oil chilling, waiting for the bug to stop moving. Eventually it did stop. I tilted my head over the sink, and out came the oil with the spider in it. I had to flush the oil out with water, and that's where the real pain came in. Spider was out, adrenaline was calmed down, and ouch, the pain is still unbearable. It's like the kind of pain that comes with an infected tooth but in the ear. I'd probably take this ear pain over a spider in my ear. I'm so afraid of spiders it's a bit silly. BRB, ordering some earplugs to wear for the rest of my life when laying in bed. Too long. Didn't read. A spider crawled in my ear and I used olive oil to kill it, even though I've got a small hole in my eardrum. Spider came out but my ear is fucked. I will be going to the emergency room tomorrow to inform them of my stupidity because I'm not supposed to get water in that ear, let alone thick olive oil. Edit, my PCP is closed today and urgent cares are all full every day due to COVID testing requirements. Hence the emergency room visit. I also live in a small town and the emergency room is never busy, so I was not taking any other patients' slots when I went this morning. Just to avoid more questions on why I chose the ER. Today I messed up by looking at my childhood bully on Instagram. Context: growing up, I used to be a lively and talkative kid. Occasionally, I would actually get in trouble in school for talking too much. Then I changed schools where the kids were all relatively nice, except these 2 punks who would always judge everyone. I wanted to befriend them, but the more I got to know them the more I didn't want to become them. Within the first 2 weeks of being at the new school, I could tell that these 2 kids were running the place like it was their playhouse. They had no filter. They always had something to say, and soon enough, they would insult me relentlessly, from my appearance, to my video game interests, to the way I ineptly played sports. They aren't the average bullies that are idiots and resort to violence. Not once did they punch me. They were really mean and toxic, yet also clever. At a young age, they were very talented at articulating comebacks. It was humiliating and impressive at the same time. I despised it, and them. It may seem like nothing, but I was a kid. I was a softie. I let what other people say to me dictate how I behave. I went from talkative to not even saying a word because I was afraid of their comebacks. I paid the price for that weak shit. As a result, my self-esteem hit the dirt. This was from 3rd grade to 12th. Present day, I'm in my 20s. In college, no friends, literally zero, no girlfriend, never had one, subpar GPA for my major, and no life. I just go to class and go home. I finally build enough confidence to make an Instagram account and I find out that one of the bullies has like 2,300 followers. He's got a girlfriend, he's surrounded with friends, has a beautiful home, goes on vacation with amazing views, and his life looks like a good time. I know, you can't judge someone's life with their socials, but him having tons of friends and a girlfriend automatically trumps my life. I can't help but to be happy for him deep down and envy him. I feel sick to my stomach. Too long. Didn't read. I looked at my childhood bully's Instagram and found out that his life is so much more fun, interesting, and better than my own. I feel like I'm not living life to the fullest.